Hi, I'm John Maxwell. When the top companies in the world are looking for trainers, speakers, and coaches, there's one name that stands above the rest, and that's Maxwell Leadership. Our certified team members have gotten proven results for companies all over the globe, and our reputation, I'm proud to say, is second to none. Some of our members have risen to the top of their profession, including the one you're going to meet today. I proudly introduce you to my friend Bob Fabian Zinka.
Welcome to the Leadership and Success Podcast with your host, Coach BZ. If you need to develop into a better leader, this podcast is for you. If you want to achieve a greater level of success, this podcast is for you. His mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell, said it best: everything rises and falls on leadership. We hope to inspire you today and provide you with an insight that has the potential to positively impact the trajectory of your life. Welcome to the Leadership and Success Podcast.
Imagine gaining the leadership skills that could redefine your career. Join Coach BZ on the Leadership and Success Podcast, where each episode delivers practical insights from world-class speakers, military leaders, and industry experts. We dive deep into what matters most: building resilient teams, leading through uncertainty, and navigating complexity with clarity and confidence. Every conversation is crafted for aspiring leaders like you who are ready to grow, lead, and make a lasting impact. Don't miss our powerful live sessions and recent highlights. Michelle Hayward on building diverse, high-performing technical teams. Ann Leslie on leading through global complexity and cybersecurity risk. Ron Carpenter AI exploring faith, resilience, and AI-powered leadership. Colonel Michelle G.I. Gardner-Ince on commanding influence from the battlefield to the boardroom. Chris Robinson on shifting from drift to drive in life and leadership. And Coach Enrique Acosta Gonzalez on mentorship, legacy, and heart-centered leadership. Ready to level up your leadership journey? Tune in on Spotify, Apple, Audible Podcasts, YouTube Live, and LinkedIn Live. Join the movement toward leadership excellence. Listen now and start transforming your success.
John Maxwell here. In my 40 years of experience in leadership, I've only known one way to shift bottom lines, maximize potential, and change lives, and that's by adding value with excellence. That's exactly what my friend wants to do for you and for your team. I proudly introduce you to my friend, Michael.
Thanks, John. When you add value to someone, when you connect, invest, and inspire, they add value to others. And those others add value to others. And as a speaker, it's my mission to start the change reaction that adding value causes in your company. Hi, I'm Michael Pope, a Maxwell Leadership certified speaker, teacher, trainer, and coach. I'm passionate about personal development in all its forms. I can't wait to add value to you and impact your people. Speak with me today so that I can speak for you tomorrow.
Michael, it's great to have you on our team.
You have something special. You've got greatness in you. Hello, I'm Les Brown. Well, Michael Pope is a young man who, number one, he helps you to begin to do the things that you don't want to do because you want to become knowledgeable, and he helps you to do it. Michael Pope. It's a blessing to be in his presence. You have something special. You have greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Hi, I'm Joseph McClendon III, and I'm the founder of the Neuroencoding Institute. I've spent the last 30 years as an ultimate performance specialist for athletes, celebrities, millionaires, billionaires, and everything in between, even some royalty. I've spent my life refining and providing methods and processes to help people go further faster. And now I've certified a rare few to do the same at the highest level. And I'm honored to introduce you to one of my elite specialists certified in the neuroencoding methodology. And so one of the most amazing things about Michael Pope is that in addition to being one of our most skilled instructors, is that he can show you how to program yourself to default to your absolute best no matter what. And so if you're looking to be coached at the highest level, Michael will step in and skillfully assist you in going further faster. I look forward to hearing about your success. So until then, remember, life is always exactly what you dare to make it, and fortune favors the bold. I'll see you at the top.
How can you? Raise your hand if you've ever been nervous speaking before. Yeah, me, yeah. I see your hand there, Joseph. I'll never forget the first time I was asked to speak in front of your public. It was the summer of 2003, and I was asked to do a short 4 to 6 minutes of each about me. And I was absolutely terrified. You see, I'm a natural introvert and an IT professional, and the last thing that I wanted to do that day was stand up in front of a private talk. So as I sat in my seat with anticipation of being called up, I came down with a bad case of the what ifs. What if I forget my lines? What if they don't like me? What if, what if, what if? And I heard my name get called up, and so I slowly started making my way to the front of the room. And with every step, my heart would start beating faster, and the nerves continued to increase. When I shook hands with the person who introduced me, my hand was dripping with sweat because of how nervous I was. And I looked out at the crowd, and I literally thought that the people in the front row could see the butterflies fluttering in my stomach. I started to speak, and my mouth felt like it was so dry as if I had been chewing cotton balls all morning. I grabbed my nose and said, "Hi, my name is Michael." Those 4 minutes felt like 4 hours. And when I finished, I nervously went back to my seat and I sat down. Now, as an introvert, I just sat quiet. But on the inside, I was like, yes, I did it. I get it.
Right. So in the first one that I talk about in the book is I talk about waiting for that perfect time. And I see a lot of people, because I work with so many coaches and speakers right now, there's a lot of people who feel like they can't take that first step, that action, because they're waiting to get things perfect, right? I got to have the perfect email campaign, or I have to have the perfect website, or I have to have the perfect plan in place before I get started. And so that's one of the biggest habits that I see people get stuck with. So that's really why that's my first chapter is talking about that trap of waiting for that perfect time. And I like to let them know, like, it's a mistake because you're waiting instead of starting. And I've got a quote in here. Let me see, where is it at? Let's see. And then what happens is you get good at waiting and you get consistent at doubting.
Wow.
And that holds people back, right? That you're consistently doubting yourself. You're like, oh no, I probably shouldn't do this, or no, that's not perfect yet, or I need to ask such and such's permission. And it just holds you back. And for me, what I've realized, so I turned 51 this year, and what I realized is that I have fewer productive days left on this earth than I've already used up. And so for me, I have to break free from that hesitation of stopping myself. So I'm constantly pushing myself, because It's like tomorrow's not guaranteed, right? The next breath is not guaranteed.
Yes.
I mean, earlier this week, we lost someone my age, someone who I considered an amazing role model for me, Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dear friend of one of my
Yeah.
mentors, Susan Jeffers. Feel the fear, and do it anyway. And I remember reading through that book, and that helped me to overcome some fear. And then reading Ryan's book about chasing failure, I'm like, yeah, I need to do that more, right? Just keep chasing failure and don't be afraid of it. Just do it. And so now my biggest thing is if I'm about to do something new, I want to do it and fail as soon as possible and get a result and then improve that result. And I relate it well to that because I'm a software developer. And so as a software developer in IT, we know, hey, you write some code, the first code is going to have issues. You want to get to those bugs as soon as possible, right? So it's like you write it, then you get an issue, you fix it and make it better, right? And then you keep releasing it. That's why like all your software programs are constantly having updates and things to it because we realize, okay, you're going to write some code, then you can always make it better.
Yes.
You can always make it better. You can always make it better, right? And so I learned that principle of just chasing failure. So I'm looking for opportunities. Hey, how can I go outside of my comfort zone, whether it's with speaking, whether it's with writing a book or whatever it is, stretch myself a little bit, feel that fear, but stretch myself and do it anyway, reward myself for doing it. Like, yes, did it. I faced another fear. And you have to keep doing that over and over and over.
Wow, and that's something I've.
Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a dynamic conversation about transforming hesitation into bold, decisive leadership. We're talking about a powerful approach that helps you get up, take action, and truly win the day, by breaking free from that cycle of overthinking.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fascinating how the idea of being a doer really flips the norm, moving from hesitation into action.
Right. And, this framework, DO-ER, stands for Discipline, One Thing, Eliminate Excuses, and Responsibility. It's like a toolkit for leaders to transition from being stuck in doubt to being bold enough to act. And it's not just theory, it's built on real-life experiences.
For sure. I mean, listening to Michael's journey, which starts with his fear of public speaking and shoots all the way to becoming an international keynote speaker, is truly inspiring, right?
Absolutely. It's like he literally transformed his struggle into a roadmap for others. From that shaky, trembling first speech to commanding stages in Sydney and Atlanta, it's a testament to what happens when you refuse to wait for perfection.
Yeah, waiting for that perfect moment is kind of a trap, isn't it? It creates this cycle of overthinking and inaction that so many of us know too well.
Exactly. It's like you're caught in a loop where every little doubt is magnified until you're paralyzed. And Michael's approach is enough. Stop waiting. Start doing.
Right.
He challenges us to reframe our hesitations into actionable steps.
I love how he lays out those coaching prompts too. Questions like, what area of leadership are you hesitating in right now? Really make you reflect.
Yep, those prompts are gold. It's practical, because it's not just about acquiring knowledge, but about applying it. Like, if you're always waiting for the stars to align, you're just stagnating.
Absolutely. And then there's the element of neuroscience. Michael emphasizes celebrating small wins as a way to rewire your brain for success, right?
Yes, it is so vital. Imagine this. Every time you take even a tiny action, you celebrate it. It's like building momentum with little victories. And he even goes into techniques like the STOP method, standing for stop, take action, outcome focus, and praise yourself.
And that really reinforces the idea that success is cumulative, right? Each small win builds up your confidence for the next step.
Exactly. And it reminds me a bit of when I was younger, I'd overthink every move. But once I started celebrating even the smallest achievements, it was like a domino effect.
I totally get that. One point that really caught my attention was how the framework applies across different fields. I mean, Whether you're a military leader or a tech visionary, the idea of eliminating excuses and taking responsibility is universal.
Yeah, it's like leadership isn't just reserved for a certain type of person. This framework shows that anyone can step up if they choose to act despite fear.
Exactly. Now, I have to ask though, do you think this model might oversimplify some complexities? I mean, sometimes hesitation is rooted in deeper issues than just waiting for the perfect time.
That's a good point. I appreciate that challenge. Hesitation can indeed stem from a variety of sources, like deeper self-doubt or a past of failures. But what I love is that Michael doesn't ignore those. It's his personal transformation through coaching and mentorship that shows us the practical way to overcome them.
True. Right. So, in essence, it's not just about bulldozing through, but about understanding, reprogramming, and then acting.
Exactly. And speaking of reprogramming, the book ties in powerful biblical verses like, "Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might," and the idea of being a doer rather than just a hearer. That gives it a motivational spiritual angle too.
Yeah, that's really compelling. I also like the part about building a legacy, how actions today set the stage for what people remember about you tomorrow. It's not just personal success, but touching others, inspiring your team, and fostering a culture of accountability and value.
Absolutely. There's that sentiment that success is less about individual accolades and more about lifting others as you rise. And, leadership grounded in service truly creates lasting impact.
Exactly. And the story of Michael's grandfather, Grandpa Joe, really hammered that point home, servant leadership at its finest. Even when faced with severe challenges, he served others relentlessly.
Yes, that imagery is so vivid. It's like, even when physically limited, his spirit was boundless. That legacy of service teaches us that true leadership is measured by the ways we add value, not just in our personal
Absolutely.
achievements.
And then there's the aspect of building habits, winning the day by planning the night before, setting top 3 priorities, and just ensuring that your morning is grounded in purpose.
Yes, it's almost like a ritual. You plan ahead, and by the time you open your eyes, your subconscious has been working away. It's a tangible way to combat the chaos of a busy day.
Right. It seems to me that Michael's combined his extensive experience in tech, military, and personal development to create a message that resonates broadly. That blend of neuroscience, accountability, mentorship, and practical strategies really sets it apart.
Definitely. It's like a holistic approach, so bridging the gap between head knowledge and action. And the bonus resources, like exclusive downloadable tools and live coaching when you purchase the book, create a community of accountability that really supports leaders.
It's admirable how the resource doesn't just end with the book, but continues the conversation through podcasts, coaching sessions, and even live events, like the upcoming Goal Achiever Summit in Orlando.
Yes, exactly. And that's so key. Ensuring that leadership growth is an ongoing journey, not a one-time event. And that event ticket discount from nearly $1,000 down to $197 is a testament to making high-level leadership accessible.
Indeed. And it brings us full circle. The idea of overcoming hesitation by taking bold, sometimes imperfect actions. Do you remember how Michael talks about failing fast and learning quickly from those failures?
Yes, it's like, it's the Silicon Valley mindset applied to personal growth and leadership. Embrace failure as a learning tool, iterate, and move forward with resilience.
Right, exactly. I love that mentality because it demystifies failure and puts it in a constructive frame. Instead of fearing a mistake, you see it as feedback, something to help you refine your approach.
Precisely. And that ties in to the broader message. The gap between hesitation and impact can be bridged by continuous intentional action. As they say, fortune favors the bold.
Truly so. One more thing. What about the accountability aspect? How important do you think it is to have a team or a coach just to keep you on track?
Oh, it's huge. I'd say even the strongest leaders benefit from an accountability partner. It's like having a trusted friend who nudges you when you're about to fall into old habits. It reinforces that discipline needed to stick to the process.
Absolutely, that's a critical piece. And that accountability also helps combat the "I'll wait till tomorrow" mindset, which is really the enemy of progress.
Right on, and it reinforces one of the coaching prompts. What's one small action you can commit to today? It's a simple question that shifts your focus from grand ideas to concrete steps.
Exactly. In summary, this approach is about taking that leap even when you're scared and building a legacy through consistent, intentional actions that benefit both you and those around you.
Yes, and it's a powerful reminder. Great leaders aren't born fearless. They become brave by acting in spite of fear. Whether you're leading a cybersecurity team, a tech startup, or even just working on personal improvement, the principles remain the same.
Absolutely. Thanks for such an engaging breakdown today. I feel this conversation really gives listeners the actionable insights they need to, start smashing through their own hesitations.
Exactly. And remember, it's about being a doer. Discipline, one thing. Eliminate excuses and responsibility. It's like the secret blueprint to winning
Yep, you
every
got it.
single day.
Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining me. And for everyone listening out there, go out and win the day by becoming a true doer.
Thanks, everyone. Keep challenging yourself and stay bold, because action really does win the day.
$197, I think, is what Michael is selling tickets for when they actually go for $1,000. That's going to be in Orlando in December. Well, actually, Michael is here. Maybe he can talk to you about it. Sorry, let me bring you back. I think we need to talk about that. You are going to be one of the keynote speakers there in December 29th and 30th in Orlando. Can you tell us about that, please?
It's the Goal Achievers Summit in beautiful Orlando down in December. Highly encourage you to consider coming. It's going to be an absolutely amazing event. Over 40 speakers are going to be on the stage in different capacity. And I'm going to be talking about how doers win the day. So because it's the end of December, we're going to be giving people strategies on how to set goals. And so my goal is I'm going to give you strategies on how to win the day, how to win the year, right? So this is going to be going into 2026 strong.
And what is the your website where they can go and purchase discounted ticket?
Yeah, so I think if you go to goals.michaeljpopejr.com.
Okay. Got it. michaeljpopejr.com. So make sure to go there and get you.
Thank you for listening to the Leadership and Success Podcast with your host, Coach BZ. If you like what you heard, please subscribe to our channels and come back for more wisdom nuggets on how you may develop into a better leader and achieve greater levels of success. Leadership is the most critical skill. The world will always need leaders to lead others, deploy the next disruptive technology, or execute a business strategy. You may as well decide on counting yourself among the 21st century leaders. See you right here next time on the Leadership and Success Podcast with Coach BZ.